Hello everybody, welcome to week 2 of the course here, and I've got some winter scenery up for us, and I'll try and keep this little one short here. It's basically about self-reflection, and don't be upset by the results you didn't get with the work you didn't do. And sometimes people get upset with themselves or they get upset with somebody else, even though the results are based on what we ourselves did or did not do. So, and those you, I think the last time I did this was about a year ago, so I'm kind of reading. So you may have seen it before. Also, this may or may not apply to you, but you may, if everything's great and but it may be something you can share with somebody. So, point here, taking on a task means making a promise to complete the task, whether it be school, the job, family, you got other things, volunteer work, whatever the case is. All right. Earning an MBA is a job. All right. When you get an MBA program, that's a full-time commitment for that year, year and a half, however long it takes. And so so earning an MBA is a job. It's a promise to complete the task within the time frame required and put in the 10 or 20 hours a week you need to put in to do it. Part of the MBA job is maintaining a 3.0 GPA. A C is technically failing, of course. And the way you're able, if you get one or two C's, the only reason you're getting away with that is because the GPA scale, the way it works, as long as you keep your GPA up over the 3, you're safe. But, once you get past, 2 or 3 C's, you're probably going to have to retake a course. And that's with a lot of MBA programs where I went, a C was failing, period. If you got a C, you had to retake the course. So, I mean, and that's just part of the job because it's a higher level commitment. Uh, my I got a point here about, would you show up to work late? Would you not call out and just show up 3 days later, 5 days later, or a week later at a job or some other commitment? Like if you were a volunteer and you had to show up twice a week, would you just not show up and call anybody and then, oh, you show up 3 weeks later? Uh, Same thing with the MBA program. MBA has assignments required to being on time, and being a graduate student is a big deal. It is a milestone in your life. You may not feel that way, or you may realize it is a really big deal. The MBA, getting that MBA is like one of the top 10 things that will be in your lifetime. You got things like, be it marriage or, kids and different things you've done, but, it is a big deal. And so therefore, a lot goes into it. Uh, Another example I use is, you pay to go on a vacation. Maybe you've never been able to go yet, but if you did, you save up that money, that three, five, $10,000, or whatever you're going to do, and go on vacation. And then once you're there, you just stay in your room and you don't do anything. You just waste all that money. So same thing with the MBA. You're paying to earn an MBA. Why would you pay for an MBA, but you know, not do what you're supposed to be doing while you're paying for it? So that, it's kind of, you're wasting your money if you're not learning, the material in the MBA program. Um, Another example I use is, you trust the credentials of a doctor. When they say, hey, Dr. So-and-so is going to operate on you, um, you trust that doctors know what they're doing. So when you get you got your MBA and you're going to get a business loan and open up your own business, or you're going to get hired by somebody because you have that credential of MBA. They are trusting and expect that you know what you're doing. Uh, Remember the promise you made to yourself. You got quality time, being on time, being driven, passionate, finishing the job, and a whole bunch of other things we can talk about on that. But the last point here is, you don't want to be in an interview or on a job and not know the answer. You don't want to be sitting across from somebody at an interview and they say something that's just common knowledge in like in things that are covered in a business program. And they can tell by just the expression on your face that you are clueless. You don't know what they're talking about. And that's why it's important. That's why there's all these different courses, because they all interrelate to running a business, understanding things that might be necessary for running a business. And not, when I say business, it could be a medical office, it could be a logistics office, it can be anything where uh, in any industry where you're running a portion of that industry. So, all right. So the test question this week. So I'm doing it different. This is a test question. I'll still have a picture for you at the end. But the test question: why is it important to keep promises, commitments to yourself? All right. So there you go. That's that. So don't be upset by the results you didn't get with the work you didn't do. All righty. So that'll do it. Let's get out of here and get into. Hey, welcome to week 2 of the course here. So there's only 2 of you in this particular course, and you're both in the other courses. But anyway, I had the video ahead of this, the weekly video thing there. So, but anyway, real quick in here, uh, discussion. Just good discussion. Your weekly assignment is basically building your project. So each week you cover a different part of the appendix, and like this part right here in the middle. So you're covering a different part of that each week. Each week as you do, you just keep building the same document. So you submit the same document each week, just with the each week added into it. So discussion and the quizzes, and otherwise, that's pretty much it. You got 2 chapters this week. Chapters 3 and 4 deals with environmental scanning and the industrial analysis, which is the industry, and analyzing a particular industry you're in. And then chapter 4 has to do with internal scanning. So sometimes organizations have issues internally, and so when doing scanning type exercises, it helps identify certain problems or things that need to be changed or something like that. So all right. So with that, I will quit there. Here you go. Here's a little pic of the 4-year-old helping me. And with that, I will let you all go. You just have a great week, and get in touch with me if you have questions or anything. All right, take care.